Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our Grand Aquarium Emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Triviamaster Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not so. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello and welcome to Grand Trivia, the only trivia show in any dimension where the points do matter and losing will cost you everything. That's right. It's Grand Trivia, the only show in the entire multiverse that promises to destroy at least one planet.
At least one.
Every single week.
Every single week. We're contractually obligated.
And with me, as always, is Intern Cataclysm.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
I'm
Intern Cataclysm.
Hello, my name is Intern Kristie, and I'm so excited for all of you to be here today for this wonderful trivia experience.
Yes.
I'm almost feeling just crushed, you know? By the weight of your massive talent, Fluval.
Oh, the weight of my talent is frankly unbearable.
Yeah, it's just absolutely unbearable. Why don't you share? Because I just can't bear this anymore.
Yeah.
Our theme for this week's trivia.
Our theme for this week's trivia is, of course, Nicolas Cage.
Hi, I'm Intern Kristie. Hello.
Nicolas Cage.
Yes, it's Nicolas Cage.
Star of
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
I'm a Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
I'm
Matchstick Men.
Yeah, look at my flames. I'm Ghost Rider.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Yes, he was amazing in that.
He's always amazing. There's look.
Thank you
There's
so
one
much.
thing you can never say about Nicolas Cage, and he never phones it in.
He is a 5th dimensional being.
He always works very hard.
Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie. Hello.
The Argyle. Well, you know what?
Which one did you watch?
Which
the
did you
Argyle?
watch? Yes, the star of Leaving Las Vegas, Raising Arizona, National Treasure, The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
We need to know. The Argyle. The audience demands answers.
Pig.
Hi, I'm Intern Kristie.
Season of the Witch.
Hi, I'm Intern Kristie.
Mandy,
Hi, I'm
Kick-Ass.
Yeah, the movie, not me. The movie,
you watched
Kick-Ass.
Jiu-Jitsu. I've seen a lot of GIFs.
Oh, what's
By
that?
the way, if you search Nicolas Cage on Giphy, you get a lot of Jiu-Jitsu GIFs.
I feel
Yes.
like I saw Moonstruck, but in my memory, Moonstruck is so fucking wild that, like...
Are you thinking of the time that Clancy Kramer watched it for Extremely Painful for You and summarized the plot?
As, like, all this just madness happens and nothing really happens, though?
Possibly. You know that
Maybe it was Showgirls.
He's in that because Cher insisted that he should be the male lead and her romantic interest. He wasn't going to take it, but it was because Cher was like, you got to do it. Oh,
is
no.
wild in parts of terms of how people act. Mercury loves Moonstruck.
Moonstruck.
What is the plot of Moonstruck? I must know. Should we go to the Mind Palace?
Moonstruck is ready.
I spent a lot of time in this one person's apartment in college having him talk to us about how great Vampire's Kiss was.
Hell yeah, Argyle. That's wild.
Oh, I see. This is a very interesting take on ancient aliens that I have not previously seen.
Of all the things to just attribute
Right?
to aliens, it's martial arts now. That's interesting.
But like specifically jujitsu, like not the things that it evolved from and or the things that it,
right.
Moonstruck, next on movie list.
Oh,
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Adaptation is amazing.
Yes. He was in Bad Lieutenant as well.
I love starting with the beginning of the universe because that's how we start every day here at Radio Free Multiverse. Am I right, Fluval? We're outside of time and space.
Exactly. Aliens did bring you all the best things, including this very trivia show.
It's very true. Yes, aliens brought us all the wonderful things.
That's right. So why don't we get our game of trivia started? Yeah. Oh, I bet
What was that? I
His
feel like he'd be
face
really good in that.
is so good.
Right. Thank you so much. I got to hunt my own on this wonderful sort of like hunting exploration trip thing. You know, like what is it called, Fluval, when like old people go together on a tour group?
A murder of old people.
Yes. I went on a murder. And it was wonderful. We had a guide who guided us through Ronald McDonald Land. And I did get to kill and skin my very own Grimace.
No.
Moonstruck, written by the man who made Jamie Dornan think his...
Do you remember that? It was that yes.
Irish movie with people who no one was Irish in it.
Told us about, yes.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes, do you know Five Nights at Freddy's?
It's that horror video
It's like a
game,
Chuck E.
correct?
Cheese style video game where some animatronics try to kill you.
Fluval.
Yes.
Extra evil aura.
And look at it as
in honor of Ghost.
Absolutely. Look at this as I move around. It trails after me.
wonderful?
Whoa, whoa.
And it only like a little bit irradiates me.
Only a little.
Like just a little bit every single time.
Have a little radiation as a treat.
As a treat. Fluval, why don't you put up the
Trivia.
code to do the trivia?
So go to crowd.live and enter the code FNHFS, or just use that handy dandy QR code, or type !trivia in the chat to get a nice handy dandy link.
Do it.
To our game.
Please do it.
So, by the way, the plot of Moonstruck is about a widowed Italian-American woman who falls in love with her fiance's hot-tempered, estranged younger brother.
Okay.
And that's Nicolas Cage. The hot-tempered, estranged younger brother.
Just like Hellraiser.
He's not in Hellraiser.
But it's exactly the plot of Hellraiser.
I mean, you're right. You are correct. It is the plot of Hellraiser. But hello, Ghostcomer and Nicholas Rage. Ghostcomer, Nicholas Rage, and Nicholas Suncaged, and Phileo Fadson. Hello and welcome to our game of trivia.
Phileo Fadson.
Phileo Fadson is great.
She is a great horror girl. Just saying. Like, of like the people in these horror movies, she does great. I think that honestly goes back to Clive Barker being the person who wrote Hellraiser and a lot of the other like weird like iconic S&M-y horror movies of that time. He also wrote one of my favorite books growing up as a little kid, Aberrat, which is a story that he wrote around this series of like wild and wonderful portraits and like pictures of like this alien world, and like this girl like uses a puzzle box to like get there because he's really into puzzle boxes. but he's also into queer representation and like, I don't know about his other stories, but this one centers a girl. She's pretty awesome. The Rock, the Wicker Man. If Nick Cage was Wild Mountain High, he would be screaming, "Not the Jamie Dornan!" Yes.
Yes.
Precisely. Do we have any more trivia comers, Fluval?
We sure do. I'm just making sure that there's free spots for. We have Not the Bees. Wild at Bootleg Bart, which is a very good Wild at Heart joke. Cage Match, Filet Fadson, of course, as mentioned. Nicolas Sun Cage, The Single Pig Run. Ghostcomer and Nicholas Rage, and Ishkalis Coppola. Ishkalis Coppola. So I cannot speak to what?
The kind of person that Clive Barker is.
Oh.
But I think he's pretty great based on what I read at the back of my Aberrat book as a child.
Right.
Because he included a self-insert of himself and his family. And he is, of course, queer. And so I was like, what? A queer person exists and made this incredible art?
What?
I have so many feelings. And it was lovely.
That sounds very lovely.
I'm trying to bring up a picture for everyone.
What, of Clive Barker?
No, of art from it. From Aberrat. That's what I'm doing.
No, that's fair, but it looks like we've got plenty of players in, and of course you can still join after we get started. So you want me to start the game while you look for art?
I got it.
Okay, you got it? You got it?
Yeah. I figured it out. I'm such a good producer. Look, everyone!
You might want to zoom in on one of the pictures.
Look at the art. That's actually what I was trying to do, but I shared the wrong tab. So you can consume my failure. Consume the shame of my failure, Fluval.
No, this is not Hellraiser. This is Aberrat.
That's her. That's
this is the
main
children's
girl. Her
book
name is Candy.
Series created by Clive Barker.
Yes. And he made these gorgeous portraits and all these wild creatures that she meets along the way.
Wait, Lena's saying there's a new Hellraiser coming later this year.
What?
That's with Jamie Clayton from Sense8.
What?
Of course. That's exciting. What?
Wait, so is it going to be a movie? Wait, Fluval,
What?
we need to go to the Mind Palace about this. I never watched any of the Hellraisers, but I've watched a lot of media about the Hellraisers. Because, like, the portrait of him, Pinhead, just haunted my dreams ever since I was a child. Because he was designed by Clive Barker.
Ish knows the director.
He's like, what? What? That's wild.
Yes, Intern Pineapple has shown this on a different Twitch stream before. We have talked about Aberrat on some previous streams.
Yes, Intern Pineapple has done that because Intern Pineapple is like also weirdly touched by this book, like also got it at a really formative time in their youth where it like scared them a little bit, was mostly like really weird and awesome. Like there's an army of cats. There's just an island with a bunch of cats. They fight the coyotes that come by.
Also, hello to It's Me.
It was taken over by a rich wizard who was just trying to like live out his fantasy life and like do whatever crimes he felt like. And I think that the reason that it struck me so much is because he was just describing the real world in this child's book. It's like, no, people are kind of evil. Right? So capitalism came to more like, what's it called? When a billionaire, like billionaires, and then it's like, I'm going to buy this random island and I'm going to live on it and I'm going to drink and I'm going to party and I'm going to do weird, questionably legal stuff. I'm going to kill, exotic animals, etc. What's that called?
I think that's just being a billionaire.
Right? Isn't that like of dogs a little bit, except that the cats can talk to humans, but are still for some reason that guy's pet. But they can speak to humans, and they have like their own culture that is communicable to humans.
You know what else is communicable to humans?
It's called fascism. That's what late stage. Oh no! I just spoiled the ending to late stage capitalism. Who will survive?
Don't spoil.
It's fascism.
No, stop spoiling the show.
There was a movie when I was a teenager that was about TV fuzz holding the image of ghosts or demons or something. It was dumb, but right after I switched to another channel and static came on, I almost pooped my pants. What? That's fucking wild. One.
Was that Pulse?
Two, was it Poltergeist?
Is it Pulse?
It might have been Pulse.
Are you thinking of Pulse, the Kristen Bell movie written by Wes Craven and Ray Wright, which is a remake of the Japanese horror film Cairo?
Yeah, that would have absolutely murdered me. I would have.
Yeah, there was also like creepy hands in the walls and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
In that movie, it was wild.
Absolutely not.
But you know what else? You earlier.
Oh,
What?
this is so cool. So the Hellraiser remake
Yeah.
is coming to Hulu next year and is going to be starring Jamie Clayton.
From Sense8. Yes.
Yes. That's exactly what everyone said before.
Yes. Well, not the Hulu part. That was new.
I just got really excited because I love that she's Pinhead. I think that's really awesome.
I do think it's very cool that she's Pinhead.
Yeah. I think that's why the movies hold such, like, there are a few other movies that I have not watched because I do not like watching horror movies, but that I have been, like, that struck by the designs of. It's very The Matrix.
Whoa.
Ooh, the Japanese version is, well,
Of
probably
Pulse.
better.
The original version, yeah. Because Pulse was a remake.
Of Poltergeist?
No, of a Japanese film called Cairo.
Yeah, probably.
No, it is. It was in my mind palace. It is not. That's not a guess.
I believe you, Fluval, because you have incredible knowledge.
I do, and let's start testing if you at home have incredible knowledge by kicking off our game of trivia all about Nicolas Cage.
I'm so sorry.
Do not question the mind palace.
I was totally not, Fluval. I'm so sorry. I was totally not. You know I was not. You know I was just being glib because
I
it's
hope
Nick Cage
so.
night.
But before he was Nicolas Cage, he was Nicholas Carmine Coppola, Nicholas Ford Coppola, Nicholas Kim Coppola, or Nicholas Steven Coppola. What was his name?
Steven Coppola reminds me of Steven Universe for some reason. Just imagining like Steven Universe, but
Nick
instead
Cage.
of gems, it's like the Coppolas. It's like weird films.
I have the power of the winery.
Globe. What middle name fuckery is this? Ha ha. Is he like El Rata Lada?
Yes.
You are El Rata Alada.
Also,
Carmine
Steven.
Falcone.
Also, Steven, someone else did actually type the correct answer in chat earlier tonight.
Oh.
Like, it was referenced in chat what his actual middle name was in chat just organically earlier tonight.
We do support cheating here
Let's see what you picked.
on Radio Free Multiverse.
6 said Carmine, 3 said Ford, 2 said Kim, 1 said Steven.
I really like Carmine.
Well, you may like it, but is it correct?
Is that?
No, the correct answer is Nicholas Kim Coppola. He was credited as Nicholas Coppola in his first 2 film credits, and his first listed credit as Nicolas Cage is 1983's Valley Girl. Why don't we go to our rankings to see how everyone stacks up? Not the Bees in first, and Nicholas Coppola in second. Ghost Comers in third, A Single Pig Run in fourth, and Goo in fifth.
Isn't Carmine a first name?
It's both.
Oh, interesting.
Carmine Falcone.
Oh.
Yeah. Someone did
Yes,
absolutely drop the full
absolutely.
name earlier tonight in the chat.
Yeah, that absolutely happened.
Yes, it was Single Walk
It was them.
No, he actually did change his name to that's real.
Oh
Jason
my.
Schwartzman, because Jason Schwartzman's a Coppola also. And it's, yeah.
Wow. I like don't feel bad that I never became some kind of like famous actor, to be perfectly honest. I
mean,
didn't really want to. I never tried.
You're already.
All I wanted to do was be an intern.
What are you
for the Grand
talking about?
Aquarium
Yeah, you're
Empire.
already so much more
Yeah.
famous than any film actor on Earth.
Well, exactly. In my role as an intern
Yeah.
for you, Fluval.
Oh, of course, it's
And
my
serving
fame.
the Grand Aquarium Empire
ultimately.
Network. It is your fame, ultimately. And when the network execs are meeting later, they're definitely going to be like, wow, that show that Fluval runs, and also that really great intern with like the incredible grimace coat. Like, where did they get
That
grimace
show
coat?
I run.
You know, I heard they had a really, really good idea for the end of Late Stage Capitalism Who Will Survive. The intern with the grimace coat.
And
Yeah.
Fluval.
And Fluval.
And Fluval.
And Fluval.
The Grand Triviamaster who holds it all together.
That's
love that.
incredible.
I also saw a story about Nicolas Cage going to a Nicolas Cage film festival at an Alamo Draft House. They invited him every year, and then one year he finally had time and just went in.
Finwit.
What?
Fluval is nice. Who is that? Is this a riddle?
What?
Are you the Riddler? Are we doing the Batman?
Is
Where are
Slutty
the
Paul
boots?
Dano back?
We need some big black
I don't
boots.
have legs.
I need some big black boots for Matt Reeve. Oh my, that sounds like a really good idea there, Argyle. Pedro Pascal's amazing.
Pedro Pascal is in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Or,
Figwit. I do not know
it's
what
from
that
Lord of
is.
the Rings. I am a little lost. I'm not going to lie.
Who's Figwit?
I don't know. Oh, Unbearable Weight. Man,
But who are they? I need to know, Happy Rogue.
It's because I have fins.
Oh, okay.
Figwit, dimwit. I don't know. I'm going to move on to the next question, I think.
When it gets cold, like during Christmas.
Yes. Figwit is a hobbit. Or is hobbits.
Oh, just like a random hobbit with a fun name. Love it.
Figures from Lord of the Rings, it's Brett from Flight of the Conchords. I see.
Oh, the hot elf!
That actually clarifies a lot.
It's the hot elf! I totally know who this is! Does everyone know who this character is? Who this person is in Lord of the Rings? Yes. Is it that person? Okay. So the story of this. Fluval, do you want to tell it? Do you know it better than I do?
You go for it.
So there was this chick who was watching the Fellowship of the Ring, and there was a pan during the Council of Elrond, and the Flight of the Conchords guy, Brett from Flight of the Conchords, was there as an elf. And this one random girl, I guess that she was recording a video of some sort,
Oh.
and was like,
okay.
Frodo is great. Who is that? Because she was struck by his hotness. Oh, you can't hear CBC. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie. Fluval did not swap faces with Nick Cage. We tried.
We tried.
Yeah, Frodo's great. Who is that? She was so struck by his hotness, it became such an online phenomenon that they gave him a role in the next movie. In, I think, Return of the King. So not the next movie.
So,
the third movie. And they gave him a line.
They shot. Oh, wow.
Like, Galadriel or some bitch, like, is on... Oh, no. It's Arwen. She's on her horse. She's riding to the Undying Lands. Because she's like, there's only tragedy for me here in the mortal realm. And then she, like, stops. And she has a premonition that if she stays, she will have a child with Aragorn. And, I mean, come on. Like, he's the king. And she turns. And Figwit, this guy... is like, he has a line. He's like, my lady, what the fuck are you doing?
He may tell her to get moving.
He's like, we gotta fucking go. bitch, you are blocking the whole fucking way. And she's like, I must back to Aragon. And she takes off. And that is the whole of it.
Wow.
But it is incredible.
You know what else is incredible?
I hope you all like that rendition of the story. I should be a YouTuber. Yes.
Yes. But you know what else is a great thing?
What?
Question number 2. Which of these superheroes has Nicolas Cage not played in a film? Batman, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, or Superman?
Ooh.
Which of these characters has Nicolas Cage not played in a film?
Elves do walk single file time. Yeah.
Oh no, Ish clicked the wrong answer.
Yes! We are consuming your pain and your shame. Thank you so much.
Well, let's
Thank
see
you so
what
much
all
for
of
your
you picked.
suffering.
4 of you said Batman, none of you said Ghost Rider, 6 of you said Spider-Man, 2 of you said Superman. Do you know the correct answer, intern canonicity?
Well, I know he's been a Spider-Man because he was Noir Spider-Man.
Yes.
I know that he has been Superman because he was Superman in Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
And he was supposed to be Superman in Superman Lives by Tim Burton.
He has definitely been Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
I don't think that he has been a Batman.
You're correct.
Wow!
He played Ghost Rider
You were
in
tracked.
2 live-action
Good.
films, Spider-Man Noir in Into the Spider-Verse, and Superman in Teen Titans
Well,
Go
who
to the
did you think?
Movies.
The Argyle? Mercury. Who did you guys think?
Well, I think because there is the test footage of his costume fitting and stuff for Superman.
Oh.
Spider-Man Noir is Spider-Man, though.
It's Spider-Man. They're a Spider-Man. They are entirely valid as a Spider-Man. That is the whole point of that movie.
The whole point is anyone can wear the mask, Premal.
You are incorrect, Stephen Premel. Right. It is ridiculous. I'm so excited for that movie.
He's great as Superman in Teen Titans Go to the Movies, also.
He's
the
absolutely
voice of
incredible.
Superman.
It's a really good movie. It's like unreal how actually funny that movie is, and it not just because I was perhaps undergoing a lot of medical treatments at the time that I saw it.
Yeah, it's actually just very fun.
He's the Yes, he is the Spider-Man
Exactly,
of his
he's the
universe.
Spider-Man
That's the point.
of that noir world. Jimmy Kimmel is
To
Batman.
say that he is not valid would be to say that Spider-Gwen is not Spider-Gwen. It's not a
Also-
Spider-Man. It's not a spider person.
The voice of Batman in Teen Titans Go to the Movies is Jimmy
Yes.
Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel has voiced Batman in a movie. Yes.
What movie?
Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
That's
Jimmy
really
Kimmel.
funny.
There's there's an Aquaman scene in that movie that is so good. The gags of that are so
The
wonderful.
gags are magnificent.
But let's see who's using their bat rope to climb up the leaderboard.
No ghost spider.
Yeah, she's Ghost Spider.
That's
now.
fun.
That's her name now in
Okay.
her universe. Not because if you go by
Because she
Spider,
dresses in white.
well, also because if you go by Spider Gwen, it's kind of a giveaway that your name is Gwen.
That's a good point.
In first place is Not the Bees. In second place, Ishkalis Coppola. In third, Peggy Goo got married. In fourth, Filet-O-Fats. And in 5, Cage Match. Oh yeah, the Man Show.
Jimmy Kimmel was the Man Show.
He and Adam Carolla were the first 2 hosts of the Man Show before they left to get replaced by Joe Rogan and Doug Stanhope.
And Jimmy Kimmel is not the late night host who pet Trump.
No, that's Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, thank you. I
That's Jimmy Fallon, one of the...
was like, I know I'm mixing something up in my head. They're both white men with dark hair, so like their
They're both-
faces,
also,
I don't know what their faces
Also, they're
are.
both named Jimmy.
Yeah.
There's so many Jimmys. Yes, and Jimmy Kimmel was Ben Stein's assistant on the game Win Ben Stein's Money. And yeah, the name Spider-Gwen was just the book title. It was never an in-universe name. I think in part, again, because it's like if Spider-Man was Spider-Peter.
Spider-Peter.
Or Spider-Miles. It's like, well, okay, that helps solve
Yeah.
your secret identity that you work so hard to keep a secret.
That's why I live without a secret identity.
Me too.
Intern Kristie. I'm only Intern Kristie. That's my name, Kristie.
And I'm Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire.
Yeah, he actually owns that as an
That's
NFT.
actually a good point, this is ish. There are just like a lot of Peters.
There are.
But still not as secret as if you're just Spider-Man.
That's true. It's so gendered.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's like what's so weird. It's like I would want to be a Spider-Man. But I'm not a man.
Spider
But I don't want to be
intern.
Spider-Woman because that's stupid.
Spider intern.
Too many syllables. Spider intern is too many
Spider.
syllables. The same
Spider
interns
turn.
as woman.
Spider
Intern.
turn.
Spider turn.
Well, while you're pondering that, why don't we ponder question number 3? In a 1990 interview, David Lynch said Nicolas Cage is the blank of actors. Did he say he's the bodhisattva of actors, the high priest of actors, the jazz musician of actors, or the Mozart of actors?
Nicholas who?
Nicolas Cage.
Nicholas
Horde
who?
Jedi.
You mean the Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider?
Oh, Mercury knows for sure. Horde is here. Horde, our great franchise
Horde.
owner.
Be sure
Horde
to
Jedi.
join our game of trivia.
Ghost Rider is Johnny Blaze.
That's true.
That's true. Hi.
Aw.
Yes. Just in time. It's Spider Horde. Spider Horde is a great
Yes.
name.
Now that's what I call a name.
Yes. Precisely.
But why don't we now see what you all picked? Oh.
What is your thesis on Horde? We'll be sure. Look, we promise we will destroy your planet at the end of this. So, I mean, there's no one to turn your thesis into. But what is your thesis on? What is your doomed thesis on?
Okay, wait. It looks like.
Is it on Nicolas Cage?
Wait, Horde, you may have just
You're
had a problem
welcome.
joining, so let me try to see if I can clear up. Because I see some old Mountain Dew names still in our trivia, so I'm going to try to remove that old name that's not currently being used to let you in.
That's so interesting. Are you
Okay,
going
you
through like
should
the
be good
composition
now, Horde.
or the use
Yeah, I see you. Okay.
of horse chat? Because
Oh.
as a manure, I'm not sure if it's used as much as cow shit.
But let's see what everyone picked on this question.
So I should know your thesis.
Yes.
Because I did
Yeah, if
watch
you're
that
familiar
show.
with that show. Yeah, we did. They went over it quite a bit. But
Really
4 of you
excited.
said
well, it's about
Bodhisattva.
fan stuff.
1 of you said high priest. 4 of you said jazz musician, and 3 of you said Mozart. But what's the correct answer? It's jazz musician.
That's right.
The specific quote is, I think he's struggling
what a
for
great
magical
show.
things. I call him the jazz musician of actors.
Hell yeah, I love that.
He's looking for complicated notes in his acting, and if you don't channel him or ride hard on him, it can become frightening music.
It looks suck AF.
I think that they mean sick AF.
I mean, sucking is cool too.
Thank you, this is Ish.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wait, no,
Very
he
good,
didn't.
David
He
West.
said that his... Okay.
Sack. Thank you so much.
He said his acting is frightening music. Well, today is Friday.
It's okay, hard. I enjoy the pain.
Today
that you
is
have caused.
Friday,
You caused
when
so
I-
much pain.
Today is Friday, and when I look out the window, I see the endless void of space.
I see Studio Cat.
Okay, well, you can go get the studio cat that you see while we look at the rankings. Where Single Pig Run has taken first, Cage Match in second, Not the Bees in third, Nicolas Coppola in 4th. And Nicolas Cage still is in 14th place so far. And Peggy Goo Got Married. You're in 5th. But why don't we now move on to question number 4. Nicolas Cage faced off against 8 satanic animatronics in which film? The Banana Splits movie, Brigsby Bear, Five Nights at Freddy's, or Willy's Wonderland? This is another question that came up in the chat earlier, so if you were paying attention to the chat, you know the answer already. Yeah, Peggy Goo keeps making me laugh so much. Oh, no, we're all good, a guy named Maddie. We'd all worked out, but I'll drop that one if someone else tries to join. What'd you say?
Is that from Peggy Sue Got Married? What is that movie?
Is
Nicolas Cage got in it?
Yeah.
What is that?
And it was directed by Francis Ford Coppola, his uncle.
Well, I've heard it a lot, but Nicolas Cage. Oh!
Yeah, so we'll just drop that one if we have another issue with... I'll just do it now.
You should all check out What's Happening, Son, with Robert Pattinson. A wonderful talk show about news on the Board Castle's Twitch
Which
site.
is Tuesday. As occasional Tuesdays, I believe it's monthly now.
Are you Batman?
Are you the
Perhaps. Batman? You are El Rata Alada. You are El Rata Alada, Studio Cat.
But now let's see what everyone picked as the answer to this question. Oh, 7 of you said Willy's Wonderland. 3 of you said Five Nights at Freddy's. And only 2 of you thought it was Brigsby Bear. But what's correct? It's Willy's Wonderland.
Oh.
Due to the premise, the movie has been compared to Five Nights at Freddy's, but the two are not directly connected.
That's interesting.
Brigsby Bear is Kyle Mooney's 2017 film about... Kyle Mooney's 2017 movie about a man raised in an underground bunker who is obsessed with a children's TV show. The Banana Splits movie is a horror movie reimagining the 1968 children's TV show, The Banana Splits, where the animatronic band members go haywire and begin a killing spree during a taping. But it's an officially licensed, update of the Hanna-Barbera TV show.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But
I'm here for anything that involves Satan, my dear good friend.
Let's see who is skyrocketing up the leaderboard. It's Cage Match up in first. Nicolas Coppola down to second. Peggy Goo Got Married in third. Ghost Comer in fourth. Horde currently in 14th place.
Woo!
And Single Pig Run in
Satan
5th.
is good people.
Cage Match is ready.
Woo! Woo! Satan is my motor, too.
Satan is my motor.
Yes. Absolutely. Joker and Riddler.
Ooh, yeah.
Who's Leopold and Loeb?
Loeb.
Who are they?
Who are
What is this
Leopold and Loeb?
reference? Are they Nicolas Cage?
No.
No.
They're historic murderers.
Ooh. Do you want to go to the Mind Palace?
They're thrill killers. The Hitchcock movie Rope was based on them.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah. It looks like it's all in one long take.
Wow.
You know where I do want to go, though?
Where?
I think we should go to question number 5. Nicolas Cage owns a 9-foot pyramid tomb in a cemetery in which city? New Orleans, Louisiana, Paris, France, Salem, Massachusetts, or San Francisco, California. Seen here is a pyramid, but not the pyramid tomb where Nicolas Cage is set to be buried after he passes away. Stephen Premmel has been to this pyramid with Lindsay and they took pictures. Yes, it would be illegal to bury Nicolas Cage in San Francisco. That is correct, Horn Jedi.
There is one place in San Francisco where dead human remains
That's true.
can be stored. It's called, what is it called?
The columbarium, is that what you're thinking of?
Yes, isn't that an amazing word?
Everyone's in urns.
Or other things.
Right, that's true. There's other things too there. But let's see what you all picked.
So is Nicolas Cage in the middle of it?
Well, 11 of you said, well, I mean, he's not in it currently. But 11 of you said
How do you know?
New Orleans. Is it correct?
He played a pretty convincing vampire in The Vampire's Kiss.
Well, he'll also be playing a vampire. He'll be playing Dracula himself in an upcoming movie.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
The answer is New Orleans. There's been a lot of speculation about why Nick Cage has the tomb. Some suggest that he's trying to...
Vampire.
Yeah, he's shooting the Dracula movie right now. Some suggest that...
Oh my god.
So there's been a lot of speculation about why Nicolas Cage bought that tomb. Some suggest it's trying to shed a curse brought upon him by buying a haunted house. Or that the pyramid tomb is connected to the Illuminati.
Wait, is the first one? Because that sounds like something he would do. Like someone would be like, "This house is haunted." He'd be like, "I'm buying it." Did he buy a haunted house?
He did.
Own?
Yeah. Yeah, he owns a haunted house in New Orleans.
Sounds amazing.
Or he used to own it. Yeah, he doesn't have it anymore.
You see, as an intern for the Grand Aquarium Empire Network, my time is like extremely restricted, but I am a good capitalist as the initiator and ideator of Late Stage Capitalism Rules 5. So yes, I can be hired for makeup services. Yes.
Yeah, he used to own...
Hire me.
He used to own Marie Laveau's house.
Wow!
Yeah.
Who is a terrible person who did a bunch of terrible things in that house. And so it is haunted.
Yeah, but he bought it. But he, in 2022, set the record straight as to why he bought the pyramid tomb.
He does own dinosaur bones. He did repatriate. He repatriated a dinosaur bone that was stolen from Mongolia.
Yes, but do you want to know why he bought the tomb?
Why?
He just wants to take pressure off his family.
Oh.
He's just like, I should prepare for it.
Wow, what a thoughtful guy. Yeah. Everyone should prepare for that.
The quote
at
is...
At a certain point in their life.
The quote is just, it's just a wise thing to do to take pressure off your family. Who wants to be dealing with all that when someone's passed on?
It's very true. It's a huge kindness that a person can do for their family. 9-foot mausoleum. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he didn't specify why his answer was a 9-foot tomb.
We will consume you.
I won't. That's gross. I don't eat matter.
No, but we will consume you. We will consume you.
Let's see who's consuming points to get up the leaderboard.
Very you loose.
Peggy Goo Got Married is in first. Ghost Comer in second. Single Pig Run in third. Ishkalis Coppola in fourth place. But who's in fifth? It's Cage Match. A lot of turnover on that one. Our whole leaderboard, our whole board is still really pretty dang close together.
That's very true.
So let's see if that keeps going with question number 6. True or false, Nicolas Cage bonded with his cat over their shared love of magic mushrooms. Is that true or is that false?
Fluval, I cannot get over the gif you chose.
Yes.
My second question is, how did the cat get into the magic mushrooms? Is that okay for cats? Like, did the cat die?
I like Jass's reasoning.
What?
That it's probably false because it was a wilder animal he bonded with.
It's like, I bonded with a coyote that had wandered into my home.
And Jigglypuff and stuff suggesting that the cat grew them. Mercury says please false. Single Walk Run says he should have picked false. Should he have? No, it's true.
It's true?
Yes, as he said in an interview with David Letterman.
How did the cat get the mushrooms?
He ate them voraciously. It was like catnip to him. So I thought, what the heck? I'd better do it with him. I remember lying in my bed for hours, and Lewis was on the desk across from the bed for hours. Staring at each other.
Hallucinations and fever.
Not moving. But he would stare at me and I had no doubt that he was my brother.
You know? I mean, yeah, no, it is poisonous. Poisonous to cats. Do not give to cats. They're toxic to cats. So that cat might not have, like, had enough of it. Don't do that. Wow. The cat did eat them first. That's true. That's true.
Why don't we go to our rankings to see who's tripping their way up the leaderboard? Ghost Comer in first. Peggy Goo Got Married in second. Single Pig Run in third. Ishkalis Coppola in fourth. And Stephen Premel in fifth
like some magic mushrooms
place. You know,
what are the horrors that you observe in this studio exciting enough to sate your voracious curiosity?
So we've talked about the fact that Nicolas Cage is a stage name, but our next question asks, where did he get his stage name from? Was it from Luke Cage, Power Man, Mortal Kombat's Johnny Cage, Pleasure Island's Cage, a nightclub, or The Cage Keeper, a short story? Where did he get the name Cage?
Where did he get the shrooms, Nick?
Where did he get the shrooms,
Where did he get
Nick?
the shrooms?
You're right. It's only half the answer. There is another person for whom he got the name Cage, or from whom he got the name Cage. In addition to whichever one is the correct answer here, he also got it from John Cage, the experimental composer, who made that song that's all silence, or just the room, the sounds of the room. Yes.
Rip it.
Hori Jedi says, let's say your grandma is incredibly wealthy and dies. Let's say you have like 4 other siblings or cousins, so the 5 of you are all competing for her money. Her will says that whichever one of you eats the most of her, cooked however you want, corpse, gets her 420 million. Would you do it? Keep in mind that if only one of you can inherit it, eating even a little bit less than the top grandkid gets you nothing.
I would probably, like, stew her in, like, a chili or something. I haven't had meat for a very long time, but, like, human meat would probably go down easier than animal meat, right?
No.
Well,
it'll probably go down just as easy.
Well, it has all of the same components as my body. So there's, like, nothing new for it to process.
Ew.
Barbecue? I think that, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would probably
don't do it
for
raw.
100,000.
Eating
but
it
I'd
raw
love
feels like
420,000.
a poor choice, though.
Yeah, I feel like human meat is easier to digest. Baby meat, I've heard from certain Captain Americas that baby meat is the most delicious.
What?
Yeah, when he was on that train that represents all of humanity, he consumed babies on the rag.
That's right.
And is our hero.
Lena, that's a very good point.
Yeah. People can be sashimi. Is it cool to eat any of the pure grandkids? Oh.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
haven't had pork in a long time. Yeah, don't let Army Hammer see this. No, he's busy. We put him in the bottom of a pit, you know? Like, and then we hit a button when someone displeases us and it opens up and he's at the bottom of the pit. He eats them. Yeah, at least a human can say, I consent to this and then give you $420 million. A pig cannot.
But they can play video games.
An incredibly rich pig might.
Old people often can't play video games. Oh, that's true, Jiggly.
Yes!
There's one way to win the game.
Chronos style.
Yes.
Just eat your way to
Eat
ultimate
your competition. Anyway, what did you pick on this trivia question? 7 of you said Luke Cage, Power Man. 5 of you said Mortal Kombat's Johnny Cage. And none of you said either of the others. The correct answer is Luke Cage, Power Man, though, as was noted in the chat, he also took the name from John Cage, the experimental composer. And as he put it in an interview with GQ, he took the name because He wanted to prove that he had something, and his success wasn't simply because he was born into the Coppola family. It was because he had a unique way of feeling things and looking at things.
Yeah, that was definitely all on his own, because he changed his last name. No one in Hollywood could easily know that he was a Coppola.
Also because people made fun of him on the set of Apocalypse Now.
That's hilarious. I love that. For being a Coppola. That's funny.
Yeah, being a Coppola definitely helped.
We are very chill about cannibalism. It's like, look.
Matter consumption is gross.
Consent is key.
Ugh.
Okay?
Matter consumption, ugh.
Nepotism and all.
Never. Nepotism? Oh, they made fun of him about. Right. Yeah.
That's really funny.
Because, yeah. But let's see the rankings.
Is that the one where the guy goes into the jungle and
horror.
And he's an American soldier, and then he's like, and now a cult exists around me.
Yes, and George Lucas was supposed to direct it initially.
Twisted.
Before he got Star Wars. And everything changed. Forever. Anyway, Single Pig Run is in first. Peggy Goo Got Married in second. Ishkalis Coppola, you're in third.
I love
Stephen
that
Kremlin in fourth and Wild at Bootleg Bart in
is
fifth.
In first, right after we were talking about cannibalism and Long Pig.
Oh, that's a very good point.
You're in third.
You're in third.
Retired filmmaker. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 80s movies are something the fuck else. Right?
It's a horror. A horror. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. While I'm right here. My vision is that a bunch of teens drive their fast cars. They jump the ocean and find themselves in another land where they get into trouble. And then they find Marlon Brando has made a cult. And that's it. It's basically Fast 5. I've invented the Fast and the Furious before. I would have sent them into space too. I would have sent them into space.
They would have gone very fast.
No one wanted to let me send them into space. I told them family's what matters. I told them family's the key to all this.
The Fast 5 movies stole that from Lucas.
That's what I was saying.
Jesus.
That's what I was saying. They all stole it from me, George Walton Lucas. That's true, actually. My version of Luke Skywalker was very Colonel Kurtz-like.
Love that.
So actually, yeah, pretty faithful to what I wanted to do with Luke S.
Luke S. There were 5 other Lukes in his grade, so he's Luke S.
That's me, George Lucas, creating my iconic protagonist, Luke S. Anyway, bye-bye.
Yeah. Sorry, Fluval. That was fantastic.
Thank you. But now why don't we move on to another fantastic thing, which is question number 8.
Yay!
Nick Cage is famously a comic book fan. Which DC Comics character did he name his two-headed gopher snake after? Harvey Dent, Killer Croc, King Snake, or Snake? King Snake and Snake are both real DC comic book characters.
I used to hang out with the person who took care of his reptiles in California.
Yes.
Because, he had a bunch of them in wherever he lived in San Francisco.
Yeah, he had a lot.
And would often be gone in his other homes, hunting ghosts.
I believe I read that he was in Pack Heights.
Yes. Apparently he has some very nice reptiles.
I bet he does. But what did you all pick?
Do you think he's a reptilian?
No.
Do you think that's why?
Nah.
I
think he's just an empathetic being.
That's fair. He saw the lizards and he knew that they were brothers.
Exactly. He just takes mushrooms with all these creatures. But maybe,
I saw the face of God once.
Maybe he is a reptilian.
Tag.
I can't say for sure. Yes, it's one name for both heads, Jigglypuff and stuff.
Yes.
So, 4 of you said Harvey Dent, 4 of you said Killer Croc, 3 of you said King Snake. None of you thought it was Just Snake. Drop the king. It's cleaner. But what's correct? It's Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. Nicolas Cage donated Harvey to New Orleans Audubon Zoo in 2008, and Dent lived to be about 14 years old before dying away of natural causes.
Like, is that... Oh,
this is Harvey.
Sneakums!
This is Harvey.
That's wild.
Harvey Two-Head. Harvey Two-Snake. Diphilia is to wieners, so kinda.
Kinda.
It's adjacent to that at the very least.
I mean, look at it. The principle can't be that different.
No.
But that is a pretty cute snake.
It's a cute snake. But
Oh, you weren't listening when
you gotta listen to me.
We caught you.
We caught you.
We caught you.
Let's go to the leaderboard to see how you paid for your mistake. Ishkalis Coppola is in first, Stephen Premmel in second. Single Pig Run, you're down to third. Not the Bees is in fourth, though. Nicholas Rage in 13th. And Peggy Goo Got Married is in fifth. I like Peggy Goo Got Married a lot.
What is
it's
that
a great
movie
name.
about?
What is Peggy Sue Got Married about?
Like, it's an iconic movie, right? Like, everyone knows
It's a
that
famous movie, certainly.
I have no idea what happens in it.
It sounds like you're saying we need to go to... Welcome to my Mind Palace, where today we're going to be looking at a little film called Peggy Sue Got Married.
We consume your expectation of an explosion. There not being an explosion, that's pain that we consume. Yum.
The film stars Kathleen Turner as a woman on the edge of a verge of a divorce who finds herself transported back to the days of her senior year in high school in 1960.
It's true. Oh, okay. So she is about to get divorced. She goes back in time and does and has sex with Nicolas Cage.
No. Nicolas Cage is her husband who doesn't go with her to the funeral. Or not the funeral, the dance. I don't know why I said funeral. Oh, they do. Yeah. So kinda, yeah.
Studio Cat, he didn't go with her. He didn't do it.
I don't know how Nicolas Cage got that role in the movie directed by his famous uncle. Great question.
Famously horny, much stepmom. Step bro, what are you doing? Intern Kristie is on the internet.
What are you doing? Hopefully not the subject of our next question. True or false, while filming Vampire's Kiss, Nicolas Cage ate a live cockroach in a scene. Is that what your stepbro's doing? Is your stepbro committed to a bit so hard that he's eating a live cockroach?
I feel like he might be. I feel like that might be what's happening. So there is a long part in the original Dracula book where there is a person in England who is like psychically connected to Dracula, and he wants to be a vampire. He like wants to worship him. So he eats a bunch of spiders, and then he uses the spiders to like lure in birds, and then he kills and eats the birds, and then he uses the birds to like lure in cats, and then he kills and eats a fucking cat. Yeah! Renfield! Exactly. None of us are going to get Horde's rich grandmother's $420 million because Nicolas Cage is going to eat her corpse before
I would
we
say
can
that
get to it.
Nicolas Cage's approach to acting defies easy categorization, like yes or no to being method.
I do not remember him in the movie. I did not watch the Dracula movie.
Is
I
it
watched
Tom
part
Waits?
of it.
Is it Tom Waits?
But what is the Twilight Zone twist? Horde. What is the Twilight Zone twist? To your rich grandmother with $420 million that will be bequeathed to her first
What is this? Yes, it is Tom
descendant
Waits.
who consumes
It's
her
Tom
body.
Waits. All I needed was deep-voiced God musician. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Tom Waits. But what is the twist, Horde?
What is the twist? The twist is that Horde has left us all hanging to go consume her grandmother and get the $420 million before we can.
While Horde is giving us the twist, let's check what you all picked. Shall we? All of you said true, and all of you are correct. The film's script originally had Nicolas Cage eat raw egg, but as he told the Washington Post in the 1990s, originally I was supposed to eat raw eggs. I thought, well, but that's been done. We saw Stallone do that. And I wanted to come up with something that would work with the vampire mythology and also create a visceral experience for the audience where it almost broke the fourth wall down. And people would go, oh man, that's really happening. So he ate cockroaches.
You know, it's better than what Jared Leto does.
He also rinsed his mouth out with vodka before and after he ate each cockroach, and he did it twice. He ate them twice.
I fucking bet.
Anyway, what's Horde's twist?
Okay, so you eat the most of grandmother, you win. Your cousins are pissed. They storm out, but it's worth it. You get the money. The lawyer, played by Frank Oz because of, Knives Out vibes, brings you to a safe.
Oh.
The door opens, and inside is a piece of paper that says peace on earth. Wow!
Have you seen Billy Jack?
No, what is that?
Martial arts movie.
Oh. I haven't seen a lot of those. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Thank you. Thank you.
He runs for Congress in the last one.
Whom?
Billy Jack.
Oh. Who's Billy Jack?
Martial arts movie protagonist.
But who is he played by? Yeah, that was so M. Night Shyamalan.
Guy mostly known for Billy Jack. Tom Laughlin. Oh!
Wow.
Oh, so I still get 420 million.
Oh, no! It's the double twist.
Curse you, Yoda.
This is the part where he breaks his glasses. Like, the world ended, and he's like, oh, but, like, I will be okay. Like, all right, the worst has happened, and it'll be okay. I have to bring peace on Earth, but it will be okay. Frank Oz has locked me in a safe! Yep. Damn you, Frank Oz! Jeez, Horde, when are you putting out the screenplay? When? I really want to see that movie.
Yeah, that movie looks great.
Yeah, this is a full fucking novel.
It's a whole choose-your-own-adventure novel at that. Would you download a grandma?
If I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would download a grandma. Fuck, why not?
Okay. Well, then you'd probably also download a car. What?
What?
This is wild.
Yep.
Let's go to the leaderboard to see who has the treasure of points. Not
Who do
the
you
bees.
think, what studio you think
Yeah.
would buy that movie? The grandmother peace on earth cycle. What should it be called?
Blumhouse is a great answer, Stephen
Blumhouse.
Brummel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that you...
Up to yourself.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, no, okay.
Shudder. Yeah.
Stephen Premmel just...
You will believe a grand can die.
Ooh, trauma or A24, depending on the way you go, yeah.
Would you like ketchup with that? Yup. Wow, could you imagine it done by like Ari Aster?
Oh. Oh.
You like scroll by a tapestry that's just like illustrations of people eating a grandmother.
Rich grandmas must die, says Hoy Jedi.
Rich grandmas must die. Past the grandma on the left-hand side.
I'll tell you this. I think that whoever starred in that would definitely win an Oscar.
Yes.
Which takes us to the subject of our next question. But you have to wager your points now.
Oh my god.
Get your wagers in for this next question, which is all about Nicolas Cage at the Oscars. All in says Bootleg Bart. That can sometimes be great. Ooh, yeah, of course.
Is that a real band?
Oh, Wes Anderson style.
Ooh, everyone's like...
The stew is incredibly symmetrical.
It's the most symmetrical stew there ever was.
Nicolas Cage has received 2 nominations for Best Actor at the Academy Awards. Both times, the character he played was a lawyer, a mobster, a screenwriter, or an undead spirit of vengeance.
Oh, it has to be a screenwriter. They love movies about themselves.
Horde accidentally quick to answer.
Oh no, which one?
If you choose 0 points, you get the shitpost all question.
It's a real band?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What did everyone pick? Most of you agreed with intern critique here.
I'm Intern Kristie.
3 of you said a lawyer, 2 of you said a mobster. None of you thought it was a spirit of vengeance. A screenwriter is the correct answer. He won an Oscar for his depiction of Ben Sanderson in Leaving Las Vegas and was nominated for his portrayal of Charlie Kaufman in Adaptation.
That was such a good movie.
Yeah.
What a dumb good movie. But he did deserve an Oscar for his performance as Johnny Blaze.
Absolutely.
What a wild fucking movie is
Very wild indeed.
I went in blind. It was wild.
Yeah. Every Charlie Kaufman movie is wild.
Yeah.
But why don't we go to our rankings to see which of you is making your way up the leaderboard? Single Pig Run back in first. Wild at Bootleg Bart in second. Not the Bees in third. Well, it looks like going all in really paid off for Bootleg Bart on that question.
Where's Blocktoven?
Not the Bees in third.
Blocktoven, precious.
Peggy Goo got married in fourth, and Ishkalis Coppola down 100 points, but in fifth place. And Nick Cage lost all their points.
Wow!
And is back to 0.
I enjoy your pain.
Horde also lost about half their points, it looks like that time. Well, don't worry.
Your pain is delicious.
You've still got some questions to go, including question number 11. Face Off is famous for being the film where John Travolta and Nicolas Cage get their faces off. Who directed it? John McTiernan, John Woo, Paul Verhoeven, or Wolfgang Peterson?
You think he's a Scientologist?
Nick Cage?
Yeah.
No.
I like that. I like that a lot about him.
I don't think he's a Scientologist.
Do you think he's a transcendental meditationist?
I don't know.
I feel like that's the other Hollywood cult. Like,
he doesn't talk about
less
any
group
of
stalkery, but like
he doesn't talk about his religious stuff, so I would guess he's not either.
Yeah, let's watch Face Off.
Like, he actively refuses to answer religious questions in interviews.
We really gotta set up some kind of like watch along thing, because I think that sounds really fun.
But he wasn't left behind, so.
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, he was in the remake of Left Behind.
Well, Left Behind is it a Scientology
No,
movie?
it's just
a Christian
very Christian.
movie.
Well, though Christianity Today said no, it's not a Christian movie, which I find very funny.
Right, I feel like he would describe himself as spiritual, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, not following a
That's-
specific religion.
I mean,
like,
he-
I take the bits I like from all sorts of traditions from all over the world and time and space. He might have a cult of his own. Scoob. Yeah, it's a Christian movie.
Left Behind
Judging by
is-
the pyramid, he is his own deity.
that feels more, yeah.
He worships the god inside. He's like that drug addict that invented the Herald.
Del Close?
Yes.
Yeah. I was looking. I didn't see anything on my Mind Palace about that. But let's see what you all picked in this question. 80, you said it was John Woo. One said Paul Verhoeven. One said Wolfgang Peterson. The correct answer is John Woo. It was his first Hollywood film and
Ooh.
came more than 20 years into his filmmaking career, which started in the 70s with Hong Kong action films like Hand of Death and Hard Boiled.
Ooh.
Well, Hard Boiled wasn't in the 70s. That was like 90s. But
That was only 20 years later,
Yeah.
but
but Hand of Death was in the 70s.
I'm excited for the point in history when all of the like 21st century or like gets sort of squashed
Yeah.
together culturally.
Yeah.
Like I want people reimagining this moment when like we're in powdered wigs.
Right.
Time is an illusion.
I mean, it's absolutely an illusion.
Yeah, I don't think that he would have a grody cult. I feel like what would happen in his cult is like weird shit would go down because it's a cult, but he honestly wouldn't know about it. It would just be like individual weird members.
Horde has a cult pitch, I believe.
Oh, lunchtime.
What's your pitch, Horde?
Yeah, lunchtime is an illusion.
Stephen Premmel thought it was an illusion this whole time.
Oh, no.
No.
It's not. It's an illusion. It's an
Illusion.
illusion.
Not
We do
illusion.
illusions, not tricks. Time is a trick, though.
Time's tricksy.
It's tricksy as all get up.
Just
It's-
like me.
You are so tricksy. You're so tricksy.
Your grandma is still alive. Oh,
Your grandma is still alive. She has $420 million. You and your siblings and cousins are desperate for it. Your grandma says, I will give my money to whoever lets me eat the most of their body, cooked however you want. How much do you let her have?
I will not donate my
Give her
body
a
to.
hand?
I won't donate my body to matter consumption.
Not a limb. Like I might. $420 million. How much could $420 million like really go though? Like would that cover you for life? Would it cover a really sick prosthetic limb? Because I might do that to get a machine gun leg, you know, like in Grindhouse.
Yeah, that would be cool.
How many organs do you really need? That's true. There are useless organs that you can immediately take out. That is a really good idea. The Argyle.
I love that. Call it end stage capitalism, and it's an end table book of scary scenarios.
I'm obsessed.
That's a great pitch.
I'm obsessed. Horde, we're gonna make a zine of this.
Yeah.
Save these, Horde. Save these. Half of the organs, probably. A lot of them you can get by with only half of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Like,
don't need.
I don't drink that much. I don't need a whole liver. End stage capitalism. See, that's the other thing. Like, Grandma was definitely a war profiteer. Like, do people get that? Like, it's 420 million. Like, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of millions.
Like, could it really cover a person for their whole life?
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have to work. Like,
I mean,
you could buy a house.
I think. Yeah.
You could buy also a robot leg.
Yeah, exactly. Stephen
You
Preble.
could play Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill cassette tape on your cassette tape leg.
Yeah, the interest alone would mean you could just live off of that.
Wow.
Like, it's a lot of money.
I would give up most of my body.
It
It doesn't work that well anyways.
I never would. I'm not donating my body to matter consumption.
That's fair.
I'll
Fluval.
donate
You
it
also
to
don't
game shows, but
really have a body per se.
I'm not. I'm also not very consumable.
Yeah, you're not quite tangible.
Nah. Tangibility's for losers. Oh.
What's the Yassify app?
It yassifies people.
What? What
Yeah.
does that do?
It yassifies them.
What is yassification?
Oh, what do you think it is?
Fluvy, you a snack. Right, yeah.
It applies beauty filters to make them, like, incredibly made up.
Right? Yeah. There must be a trick. Like fingernails, skin cells. You can eat the dust that has fallen off of my body. Non-tangible for all. Rock. What if, like, you vomit?
Yeah, this is yassified Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, my. Oh, Timmy. Oh, Timmy. Oh, behold our next oppressor.
Oh, little Timmy Chalamet. Oh, yeah, you saved dust and fingernails for years. Yeah. Well, but
like, could that be enough? I suppose it depends on what your cousins are willing to give as well.
I think I would collude with my cousins to split it.
I will be seeing my cousin soon, and I will be bringing this up.
You will. I 100% believe you will.
Yeah, exactly. That's like,
Yeah. Like, that's it's easily enough to live off of. The House of Yas. But let's see who's going to be shouting no as they plunge down our leaderboard. We're Single Pig Run. You're in first. Wild at Bootleg Bart in second. Not the Bees in third. Peggy Goo Got Married and Ishkalis Coppola round out our top five. House Yestreides.
Okay, how about this? Your grandmother is dead. One of your cousins... One of your cousins only tells lies. The other one only tells the truth. Which part of them do you eat first?
Tongue, says Step on Me Heron.
Oh.
The Argyle asks, would you rather fight one giant yassified grandma or 100 tiny yassified grandmas?
I learned from the Evil Dead that...
Are you thinking Army of Darkness?
Army of Darkness. That dealing with a lot of small things can be a lot of mischief.
Even 5 evil tiny yous.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the one big one.
Trick question, you eat the eyes from one and the ears from another.
Can you feed one to the other?
Oh, I can.
What if you
I've
do
done
the thing
that plenty of
with
times.
the pool cue and you throw like half of it in and you're like, there's only one position open. Whichever one walks out of here gets it.
Oh.
And then they fight to the death.
Jazz, great point. You'll get
birds,
more
one mouse.
experience points from one big one.
Ooh, you eat both cousins, vomit, and then feed that to your grandmother as part of your body and win the 420 million. That's true. It's like, at what point...
Tonight's episode took a real turn, Redactron.
I am so glad you did,
Yeah, this has
Horde.
been great, Horde.
Horde, that needs to be in print.
Yes, thank you for putting that down.
That needs to be in print. Well, yeah, because that's how I was wondering, like...
You don't apologize.
If you vomited them out, there's other ways they can leave your body.
Horde.
Would you feed that to Grandma?
Horde, would you say that comment is your favorite you've ever made? Because our next question is about Which movie does Nicolas Cage say is his favorite he's made? Kick-Ass, Pig, Vampire's Kiss, or Wild at Heart? Oh, that would rule, Jigglypuff and stuff.
Thesis is on, like, psychologically damaging hypothetical questions.
You started with picking a Nick Cage theme. It was always going to get weird.
Yeah! Oh, gosh. The vomit omelet sketch.
I like this GIF that I found, too, where it's just pizza flying into Nick Cage's mouth. Oh.
Oh, did you on BBB?
Oh, did you?
Oh, did you? Oh, did you?
Well, let's see what everyone picked. Ooh, wait a second. I don't know if you did watch the... Oh, maybe he has given inconsistent answers on this. One of you said Kick-Ass. 7 of you said Pig. None of you said Vampire's Kiss. 1 of you said Wild at Heart. All of my research said it was... Which movie? Vampire's Kiss. All my research said it was Vampire's Kiss.
Y'all are wrong. Y'all are definitely wrong. You're just all incorrect.
He is described...
Fluval is right.
He is described
wrong.
making the film as being like an independent laboratory to start realizing some of his more expressionistic dreams with film performance. And he was inspired by Max Schreck's depiction of Nosferatu.
Ew.
Where he said, quote, after I went through my method phase, which was like Brando and Dean and De Niro, I discovered these old world actors, and they were using these larger-than-life gestures to make up for that lack of sound. I thought, wow, that's really wonderfully abstract and poetic, and I wanted to incorporate them into modern filmmaking. The problem with that was people wouldn't get it unless the character was insane. Okay. I'll give the points to Pig then if he's been saying that.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Especially because it's the newest one, so like...
Yeah, my source for this was a GQ interview with him from 2022, where he said Vampire's Kiss was his favorite, but I'll allow that.
Wow. They wouldn't eat grandma?
Why wouldn't they eat grandma?
Why wouldn't they eat grandma?
What kind of prude is like, no, I won't eat grandma?
Yeah, what kind of person refuses to eat grandma?
Are you dating a really rich person?
Oh, yeah. They're like, I already have.
Yeah, they're like, I already have all the money, so I don't need help.
And I need to eat grandmother.
I mean, like, I'm on the same...
Or feed my body to
like,
grandma.
I'll be honest. Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire, would also not eat them, but that's just because the only thing I... Look.
Yeah, maybe they're having trouble processing the question. Yeah.
The only thing I'll eat is a rock. I don't. Okay.
Coward. They're a coward. They're a coward.
The only thing I'll put in my mouth is a rock, so I can spit it back out.
He spat that back out.
I spat it back out. Trust me, I spat that back out. You didn't see me drink. Okay.
Oh, maybe they just don't want to share the $420 million with the Lord.
Also, Stephen Premel, you did not see me eat it. You saw me hold it and then absorb its essence.
You see, don't you want grandma to be with you?
Intern Forrest feels the same way, Single Walk Run.
You're welcome. Fluval
It appears that that's true in your dimension.
Magnanimous.
So
sometimes.
If that's the case, I was writing this about a different dimension.
Yeah.
So
he is right. But you might also be right.
Crowd purr allows for benevolent Fluval. Watch this. Boom. Boom. No, you get points.
None of you get points. You thought you were all gonna get points, but now no one gets any points. Fluval is evil, and don't you forget it. Hail Fluval! Hail Fluval!
I'm receiving. Wait.
Hail Fluval! Hail! Yes, we are on brand. The curve!
I'm receiving notes from the network that I do actually have to award those points.
Oh, why?
Because they like the ups and downs and find that more dramatic.
Oh.
And think do you get the points? Do they not? Do they? Do they not?
But then giving it to them in the end is like, it. I mean,
It keeps them tuning in. It keeps them tuning in.
They're the network, like they get it, but I feel like it sort of loses the dramatic tension when you do it more than
Right.
a couple times. Are they sure? Are they sure about that note? Is there any
look at this,
negotiation
exactly.
potential on that note?
Look at how much work intern Mike has to do
That's
if I keep
true.
doing this.
The network is very proud of Fluval.
Of course they are.
They
Who
talk
should-
about
who wouldn't
how
be
much
proud
they
of
love
me?
Fluval all the time. Fluval runs their flagship show.
Yeah, I sure do.
Is the network sure? I just feel like
Single
okay,
Pig Ron is in
okay.
first place. Wild at Bootleg Bart in second. Not the Bees in third. Ishkalis Coppola in fourth. Peggy Goo Got Married in fifth. But here's our next question. True or false, Nicolas Cage and Samuel L. Jackson have never been in a movie together?
Really?
Well, that's the question.
Won't someone please think of the interns?
And this is
I'm thinking about them all the time.
This is a
because
gif from Jiu-Jitsu where Nicolas Cage just says the line, "The Spaceman."
I'm thinking about the interns all the time, and they all know that. Let's tune in because I am listening to them at all times.
Yes.
Let's tune in. Yeah, see, they're fine. They're right on point, doing exactly what they should be.
Oh, Single Walk Run couldn't think of one.
Oh.
And Stephen Preble says false because he feels like there is a movie where they're both in it. Well, let's see what everyone else
But
picked.
they never share a scene?
Ooh,
Maybe an animated
a
thing?
very even divide.
Wow.
But the correct answer is
I think it's true.
false. They've appeared in multiple films together, including 2009's Astro Boy and 1995's Kiss of Death.
I suppose I should
They
have
also
guessed.
co-starred together in 1993's Amos and Andrew,
Oh.
which is named after Amos and Andy, but has nothing to do with it. They're just, I think, cops.
That's very interesting. I mean, given that they are both like prolific actors, it would be a little strange.
Right?
Wow. That's incredible.
Wow. You could fund a town.
I would eat so many grandmothers for that.
You could fund a whole town. Oh, he's absolutely self-aware. He knows exactly what he's doing with his roles.
Hungry for points!
Oh, yes, so
Yes!
far.
Yes! Your greed and failure is delicious to us.
Let's see where Mammon led you on our leaderboard. Well, Single Pig Run is still in first. Wild at Bootleg Bart in second. And Not the Bees in third. That's true. The timer going faster means the point scale goes way quicker, so you got to really answer quick to maximize your points.
Tell me the number of grandmothers you'd eat in the number of the Batman rewatches. What does that mean?
So so Stephen Preble says that he'd eat 13 rewatches of the Batman amount of grandmas. So I believe it's about how much of it what percentage of a grandma could you consume in the running time of each rewatch of the Batman?
Oh, okay. So it's like 3 hours.
Yes.
In 3 hours? I have not eaten meat in a very long time. I do not know what it is like to eat a pound of the meat. And so I could probably not eat a grandmother that's about like between 115 and 180 pounds. At least I hope she's at least 115 pounds. Look, everyone needs to watch The Batman
Yes.
and observe Matt Reeves' just dedication to big black boots.
Oh
could
no,
do-
the Argyle.
Oh no, that's hilarious.
That reminds me of a great Simpsons quote where they tell Homer that pork, ham, and bacon all come from the same animal, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sure, Lisa, one magical animal." We definitely will not be able to watch the Batman tonight. Oh, I'm so sorry, the Argyle. That is very sad.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, that does really suck. I have gotten very sick before.
Yeah, no, it sucks when you don't realize what you're eating and get it mixed up. But
it is also wildly funny.
But I mean, I've heard I don't eat.
Yeah.
But that's what I've heard.
Yeah. Fluval does not consume matter. That's
but you know what else I've heard?
Does. Why?
We have a question 14. What is the name of the Adam West-inspired superhero that Nicolas Cage played in the movie Kick-Ass? Was that Big Daddy, Darkman, Night Owl, or Vengeance?
Vengeance.
Get your answers.
Come here, Vengeance. Oh my God, it's such a good movie. Who hasn't seen the Batman here? I need to know. You've all... Oh, eating a person alone takes a month. It would take... Okay. I mean, I could do that many watches. How long would that take me? Assuming I slept 8 hours, like every 24 of those. Slowly thudding boots. The movie is incredible. It is absolutely Adam West inspired.
Yes. But let's see what you picked, and then we'll dig into that. 7 said Big Daddy, 1 said Darkman, 1 said Night Owl, 1 said Vengeance. The correct answer.
You haven't seen it yet?
Is Big
a guy
Daddy.
named Maddie. Why? You must. It's hilarious and incredible and amazing. It's so good. Why? 30 days is 30 days times 16 hours. The idea being I would be watching the Batman for 16 hours of the day, sleeping for 8, waking up and watching the Batman for 16 more hours of the day for 30 whole days. 3 hours is pretty long. That is true.
So
I do want to do a recut a little bit, but for the most part, it's my favorite movie that has ever occurred.
So Nicolas Cage has explained personally that his portrayal of Big Daddy was inspired by Adam West, saying, quote, he said this in a Reddit AMA, "I would give it all to Adam West. I grew up watching him on the 60s Batman show, and he is where it begins and where it ends as Big Daddy. I met Adam West once, and I said, 'Did you see that I was channeling you?' And he said, 'I saw you try to channel me.'"
Wow. Damn, White Knight.
And by the way, the whole Adam West of it was in no way part of the script at all. Because as Matthew Vaughn told the Hollywood Reporter, I wasn't sure about it, and then he did it, and I thought it was brilliant. When he put on that costume, I can't tell you how happy he was. He had an enthusiasm that's vital on a film set. There are days when you're exhausted that you really rely on that enthusiasm. Otherwise, you end up with a flat film. And it's just Nicolas Cage was just so excited to get to play Adam West Batman in an R-rated bloody movie. And, like, I get it.
Yeah.
I would be excited, too, if it happened to me.
Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Wow, we got 2 first-time chatters offering to make us famous.
We're gonna be famous?
Wow.
Look, okay, we can buy our viewers and followers and primes on yourfollows.com. Is this also youfollows.com? Yourfollows.com.
Yes.
Okay, wow. Y'all.
Yeah, I do. Mayor Adam
Yes.
West is my favorite thing that Family Guy brought us.
Yeah,
for sure.
are you up? Are you up? Martianex 2115. Ooh, matchmaking in the chat. Yeah, we don't do want to be famous. Don't want the followers. Steven presumably wants to sex you. So, you know, you up?
They should have a fight in the chat so we can see which makes you more famous.
Yeah, that's a good question, Argyle. 2 accounts offering us to be famous. I know. That's how you know you made it.
That's right. Now there are 2 of them. This is getting out of hand. I believe those are referring to Prime subscriptions, which are a way you can subscribe to your favorite Twitch streamer for free. that's just part of your Prime membership. You can like give money to them.
Fluval coin.
What?
We need Fluv coin.
That is exclusively my NFT. How did you find it? Yeah, right? Like, that was the thing. They were using the same website. It wasn't even competing, like, scams. Oh, these are Smarter Child's children. You're right, the Argyle. Do you know Smarter Child?
Yeah. Oh, I know Smarter Child. The infamous auto chat bot that everyone spoke to in middle school?
Yeah, the aimbot.
Aimbot.
On AOL Instant Messenger. Ooh. Well, old chums, let's see what that did to our rankings.
Your grandma has 420 million primes. Your cousins are famous. Your grandma is dead. I ate my cousin. Your grandma is alive. Your grandma, your grandma. That's my favorite one yet.
It sounds like Horde Jedi may have been doing quite a bit of time travel because, wow, they've that chat message has degraded quite a bit over time. Schrodinger's grandma, indeed. Well, that was our penultimate question.
Sold.
So now
that was our penultimate question.
Yeah, we only have one more question.
Oh my God!
In this game of Nick Cage trivia.
Oh my God! Yeah, you are now in Night Vale.
Is Horde an AI now? I mean, these are the questions.
I mean, they are a franchise, so who knows how many are AI?
Who knows? I don't know, but here's our final...
Your grandma's an AI! Maybe.
Maybe. Here's our final question. Get your wagers in now. You got to put your wagers in for our final question. And so the topic of our last question has actually come up earlier tonight in the chat as well. The answer has not, but the question itself has. That's an extra hint as you place your wager.
It might change whether or not you wager it all or wager it not.
It might, but here we go. We're going in now. In 2007, Nicolas Cage outbid whom for a dinosaur skull that turned out to be stolen? This is the one you were talking about that was repatriated.
Who was it? Was it me?
The skull was he bought it. He got it in 2007, and in 2014, Cage was contacted by the Department of Homeland Security and informed that the skull had been illegally pilfered from Mongolia before he bought it. And he was like, yeah, no, let's return it.
Wow, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Wow, off by a decade. Now you can just shitpost all question one BBBR.
Oh, Stephen Premel says their answer is broad enough to be correct. So why don't we see what everyone picked? Wesley Snipes, Mongolia, Johnny Depp, Hale Fluval, Leonardo DiCaprio, Elon Musk, and Nicolas Cage. So interesting. No two people typed in the same answer.
That's incredible.
Let's see.
What's correct?
It's DiCaprio.
I thought it was Owen Wilson.
No, it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
No.
It was Mongolia. No, Mongolia didn't pay to get their stuff back, thankfully.
I don't think that Mongolia was engaging in the auction.
Elon Musk. Leo outbid them. Hail Fluval is always the correct thing to say.
Absolutely.
It isn't always an accurate answer.
That's the thing. This isn't a question.
Yeah, when BBBR, unless you knew it was DiCaprio.
This question isn't about your moral character. Obviously, the most ethical answer is Hail Fluval, but it's not the correct answer in the trivia sense.
Yeah.
I did like the Nicolas Cage answer that he outbid himself, that he just got himself into a bidding war all up between himself and himself.
He was practicing for adaptation.
How did none of us answer that grandma I ate? He was also practicing for the unbearable weight of massive talent.
I'm so excited to see that. Yes. Because he wanted that dinosaur skull so bad. And then realizing it had been stolen just broke his little heart.
Oh. Also, look at this completely anatomically correct dinosaur in the GIF.
You are my my dinosaur skull will go on in Mongolia. Do you like my song, Fluval?
That was a great serenade.
Thank you.
Thank you, intern Celine, for singing that to us.
My name is Intern Kristie.
Well, that was our final question. We've seen the correct answer, which means it's time to see who our big winner is.
Oh my god.
It's not the bees.
Yeah!
Single pig run in second. Wow, and a bootleg Bard in third. Congratulations to all of our players, not the bees. Be sure to send a DM to Intern Forrest or Intern Emily Pineapple.
Please send
or
the
or just send us a DM at RF Multiverse on Twitter or at Radio Free Multiverse on Instagram. And you will get a prize.
Yeah, where is that gift from?
I don't know. From Giphy. It's from Giphy.
Yeah, congratulations, not the biz. Please DM our great interns to receive your prize.
And if you love the show and want to support us and get some great stickers in the mail and other mystery surprises, go to patreon.com/Radio Free Multiverse and join us as a trainee intern, an intern, a better intern, a best intern, a superior intern, or a biological intern for $500 a month, where you'll get actual human hair.
Yay!
Yay! But the prize sent through the mail is just the prize that only goes to our winner. There's also a prize that all of you get on this Earth Day. What is it?
What?
Boom, boom,
Yay!
boom.
And now you do not have to finish that thesis, Horde.
No, your thesis is done, Horde. You're welcome.
We destroyed your work.
Yes.
One less Earth.
One less Earth. A Horde found a sparkly star on the counter.
Oh.
Oh.
I wonder where you got that.
Wow. I'm glad. I'm honored that you asked, that people asked about
Oh, I love that you had to do that.
me. I'm glad you had to do that.
It's trivia from outside of time and space. You haven't heard of them?
Yeah.
Wow, you're lame. And then you kidnap them, put them in your basement, force them to watch.
Exactly. You gotta make them watch.
Yeah! Happy Earth Day! Happy Earth Day, everyone!
Happy Earth Day.
Join us next week when we will be hunting for some buried treasure.
Yes.
And you might see some of your friends joining us.
Yes, join us next week.
For a little bit of a pirate show.
Yes.
Speaking of skulls.
We'll see you next week, you filthy landlubbers.
Grandma.
Arr.
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away.